Hi everybody, on this wet and windy Monday morning in July 2023. It's rubbish weather for July. Anyway, another quick review for you today, and this is more Photoetch now available for this beautiful Hong Kong Models A-20G Havoc, and I think it's about time we got going on this one now. So I saw this on Hannon's, didn't realise it was coming, and it's the Edward Photoetch set 321012 for the A-20G. And if you notice on here, it says A-20G for Hong Kong Models kit. It's very unusual. This is what Edward used to do. This is what they used to make a set for a model, and in the set was everything you needed. Now they haven't quite done that because there's no seat belts or anything included, but you do get seat belts in the kit. But it actually covers cockpit, engines, undercarriage bays, and a few other bits and pieces. So it's a very interesting set, and for me this shows just how good this kit is, because if that's all they can do, that's all they need to do to better the kit, then fair play to Hong Kong Models. They've obviously done a pretty good job. So I haven't opened this yet. I have seen the instructions online. Obviously you can go and look at them at Edward's website, or on ScaleMates you can go and see the instructions, so you can go and have a look yourselves. But I think it's about 20 quid, and I think it's well worth the money because it's got so many bits and pieces in it. So we've got two sheets of Photoetch, as you can see there, and this one is obviously pre-coloured. It's not self-adhesive, it's just pre-coloured, so you have to glue it in. But it's all nicely printed. Is it in register? I think it's slight. No, it looks to be pretty good in register actually. A lot of the sets I've been getting lately have been slightly off. No, it's slightly down towards sort of 7 o'clock. You can see on those discs there, you can see on these discs here that I'm pointing at, you can see that it's slightly off that way. I mean, it must be so difficult to get all the different colours. Yeah, you can see on the instrument panel here as well. You can see that they got the focus. You can see around that dial there where I'm pointing to, the big one, you can see there's like some white markings on there that aren't around the sort of the upper quarter. So yeah, it is slightly out of register, but it must be so difficult to get all these colours to print in register. But I won't be using most of that anyway, because I've got this, as you know, which I believe is far superior to this. It's a lot nicer, I think. The panels are sort of, they've got all the holes in for the switches and everything, rather than just have this Photoetch finish. But there's a few little placards and levers and stuff on here which will come in handy, and there's also some details for the turret, which is nice. This fret here has a multitude of bits on. We've got these bolt rings for the base of the cylinders on the engines. That's what all these are here, which is nice. We've got bits and pieces, fabricated parts for the nose gear bay, so that'll sort of bring that to life a bit. We've got some little levers and stuff there, or hinges for the nose gear doors, and then these are the tops of the machine guns, so that's all very nice. And then here we've got some discs. They go on the front. I'll show you in a minute in the instructions. These go on the front of the engine cylinder heads. Not quite sure why they're there. I can't see any reference pictures with them on, unless there's some sort of cowl mounting. We'll have to have a look. But and then you've got all these here. These are all the ignition wires, which you would probably make yourself with wire, to be honest. But as you can see, you get a lot there. There's a lot on there, and I mean, I think it's worth the money for the additional detail it adds. As I say, it's amazing that that's all they can come up with. Normally, for a kit like this, you would get interior, you would get nose interior, you would get engines, undercarriage bays, rear interior, exterior, seat belts. But this is it. So, as you can see in the instructions here, it starts off with the cockpit, and we've got there's a little foible in here as well I want to show you. We've got these panels here. You're going to cut the backing off of that panel there and then reposition those boxes. So obviously Edward, I think Hong Kong Models have got it wrong. Check your references, either could be wrong. You're going to replace a part here with a box. You've got levers going in here. So there are a few bits and pieces that we'll add that aren't in the Airscale set, because remember the Airscale set generally the airscale sets are made, it's an instrument panel. This one has gone a little bit further because you've got the panel above here above the pilot's head, which goes into the access door. You've got the instrument panel itself, and you've got the seat, which is the later type seat. So if you want the early type seat, go for the art scale kit set with the HGW seat belts. But I digress. So yeah, we've got bits and pieces here, levers and stuff going in the sides, which may not be in the airscale set. We've got the throttle quadrants there, which are in the airscale set and beautifully done. I think on this one here, no, I can show you in here in the airscale set. Oh, come out, please. I should get these out before I start the camera, shouldn't I? You can see in the airscale set you're getting that throttle quadrant, all those bits and pieces there. But you've also got levers and stuff in here, which are also in the airscale set. So you're not really going to... You've got a placard to go on there, which in here you get a decal. So, you know, you pay your money, it takes your choice. And then all this instrument panel stuff here, which you're not going to use because you can see the airscale set is much nicer. Unless, of course, you just want to get the Edwards set. Let's get this white card out of the way. And then here we've got the bulkhead behind the pilot's seats. We've got all sorts of levers and stuff going on there which aren't in the airscale set. You can see here's the plastic bulkhead, but there are some bits and pieces that are in there that you're not going to get in there. Tops of the machine guns, inside the nose gear doors. You've got this baffle plate here for the air intake, and then here's a load of detail going into the roof of the nose gear bay. And then here we've got the engines, the bits and pieces going on the engines, those bases, the plug wires, and there's those discs I was talking about going on the front of each cylinder head. And then we've got the tops of the machine guns. We've got some 50 cal ammo in there, ammo belt to go over the top because that's completely missing in the kit. Here it's saying modified plastic H47, which is a bit strange because you're using H47 there. So there's only one H sprue. I don't really know what's going on there. They're telling you to use H47 there, and then they're telling you to modify H47 there, and then fit it into this part in the turret. So all you need is a piece of plastic, just sand it to shape. It's no big deal. It's just a simple mistake to make. Simple mistake to make. We've got some handles there going inside on the access. That's this panel here that covers the over the pilot, over the cockpit. So you've got some handles and levers and stuff going there. So you've got those. You've got a placard there, which you're never going to see going in the bottom of the turret. And then here you're going to trim away some of this piece and replace it with a Photoetch strip, which is going to be a lot more authentic. So so there we go. So all in all, it's a lovely little set. There's a lot in there for the money. I think it's you know, considering what a lot of Edwards stuff has been like lately, I consider it's good value for money because you're getting so much in there. So thoroughly recommended. So that's Edward 321012. You could also just get, if you just want the cockpit, you can get 33355, which is the Edward Zoom. That's just that fret then. So yeah, go take a look and order yourself a set on Hannon's. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.